kind of believe, but you are not going to be held to down the road. I started it, and with my plausible deniability today, I make the following prediction. I think Tom Brady is going to get back to the Super Bowl, and I don't think Bill Belichick is. Now, I grant that that is bordering on a preposterous opinion to have, considering Tom Brady probably has at a max 2 or 3 more years to play, and Bill Belichick has a practically unlimited time left to coach, but I kind of believe it. And so with plausible deniability, I stated here today, I refuse to be held to it. With that thought in mind, here is the one, the only, Stephen A. Smith, as we're just minutes away from First Take. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't like that, Greeny. May I take a shot at modifying this segment just a little bit?
Please do.
You should not be able to couch it by saying, I can lean on plausible deniability later. What you want to do is come out and be bold, and then when you're wrong, just sit up there and go like this. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say that. That's what you do. I mean, Max does it all the time. Max Kellerman needs to host that segment. He does it all the time, Greeny, all the time.
Okay, it's an excellent point and well taken, and I will take it under advisement with staff. Now, having said that, what do you think of the prediction?
Yeah. You know what? I don't think it's that bold. I mean, when you consider the offense that Tampa Bay has available to it, Mike Evans, O.J. Howard, Brady, Godwin, when you've got the kind of weapons that they have and you're eliminating 30 turnovers by your quarterback, 30 interceptions by your quarterback. By the way, as Dominique Foxworth pointed out earlier in the show, there were 9 other interceptions that could have easily been had against Jameis Winston. I mean, if they weren't dropped, the man could have thrown nearly 40 interceptions in one season. So when you take that into consideration and you're thinking about or the likelihood that that will be eliminated, because we're talking about somebody in Tom Brady that hasn't even thrown more than 14 interceptions in a season in years, then obviously that gives the defense some time to rest. That gives the defense some time to get their legs out from under them, game plan, etc. Not to mention the fact that they were already 8th in defensive efficiency. So when you look at it from that perspective, I would say, you know what? It's not that far-fetched to think that Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could potentially make a Super Bowl run in the NFC.
And then how about on the other side? You've got Belichick's team right now. His quarterback room has Hoyer, Kessler, and Stidham in it. We don't know for sure those will be the quarterbacks when we get to the season. But what do you expect from them, at least in the short term?
Well, I mean, listen, Bill Belichick is a genius. We all know that. If this man found a way to get to the Super Bowl with those dudes, I think that would hurt Tom Brady's legacy. I think that's the only thing that could hurt Tom Brady's legacy. Even though you've got 6 Super Bowl rings, even though you've got 9 trips to the Super Bowl, 17 AFC division crowns. In the end, with that crop of quarterback that Bill Belichick has to work with, if somehow, some way, with Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson in the AFC, with Big Ben Roethlisberger coming back, if that man manages to take that team to the Super Bowl with those quarterbacks instead of Tom Brady, we're looking at that picture entirely differently. But we all know there's no way in hell that's going to happen. Not with those quarterbacks. No way.
I agree completely. All right, Stephen A., thank you. Awesome to see you, and I will see you in just a couple of minutes. I'll be with you for the start of First Take, which is just a few minutes away here on ESPN, so make sure that you're with us for that. Meanwhile, Damian Woody, I hope he heard the idea here. I hope he heard the concept of the segment, because he tweeted at me, hey, at ESPN Greeny, we need to talk about your Brady-Belichick prediction, bro, and at least he added the show, so that's kind of nice. I'll finish it up this morning with Swagoo and Dominique. People are having at me here, big fella. Marcus, are you willing to defend me with my hot take this morning?
Hell no, I'm not willing to defend you. I already laid it out to you why that plausible deniability. I'm with Stephen A. on that. You should have just went to the next level, GM, when everybody started calling you on and be like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I do 1,000 shows a year. I don't remember saying anything like that. And if I was, it was due to some unforeseen circumstances. But I believe Belichick gets to the Super Bowl before Brady does.
But so before. So Nick, if I were to limit this to next season, and I told you one but not both of them are going to make it next year, wouldn't you agree with me? Brady is likelier to make it next year than Belichick?
Absolutely. I like the way you're refining this take. I think next year Brady is in a good situation. That division is going to be tough, so he may not get that first-round bye since we've reduced it to just one first-round bye. But I think Brady stands a better chance right now. If you bring Cam Newton into New England, I'm not sure. Maybe I feel a little bit different, but I do think the AFC, the top of the AFC, is very tough. But the entire NFC, there are a lot of contending teams, and there are a ton of MVP caliber quarterbacks on the NFC side. So it's going to be tough over there for Brady, but I like that. That's a good kind of reformation of your take that is not nearly as embarrassing. And my argument for Belichick is we've seen Belichick win without Tom Brady. We've never seen Tom Brady win without Belichick. We can all go back to the Castle year where they went 11-5. We can go back to him winning with Brissett, winning with Garoppolo. These are all things that we've seen happen before in the past. And he took the Browns to the playoffs. The man took the Browns to the playoffs.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Nick, one more thing, Foxy. Are we forgetting that Drew Brees is in the same conference? Did anybody
MVP?
mention that Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints are in the same? As much as we went crazy about,
Ryan,
oh my God,
MVP?
he needs to stay away from Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Well, he only went to one of the other guys that's in the top 5 conversation of all time. So it'll be tough for Tom Brady to get to the Super Bowl.
I do feel a need to point out, for clarification's sake, that when they went 11-5 with Matt Castle, that was a 5-game drop-off from their previous season. Tom Brady had gone 16-0 the year before in the regular season.
That's unfair.
So it was
Randy
still
Moss?
a
Ever heard of
drop-off
him?
of 5 games.
G.
Okay,
Ever
hold on.
heard of Randy Moss?
Let's finish it with a laugh, okay? We are using the
That was
hashtag
funny enough.
Rise and Shine, and we're asking people to send us their videos of what they're doing to keep themselves occupied during this time. And you know who responded to us? Derek Anderson, the NBA's Derek Anderson, and that's his 2-year-old son getting buckets, Swagoo. Your thoughts?
Broke the rim.
I love it, man. I know DA, actually. So this is beautiful. Got his jersey on and everything. That's what I'm talking. That's how it all starts. In 20 years, we'll be talking about the next LeBron Anderson.
What do you think, Nick?
I don't know. I'm looking at the physics. Oh, he got the big ball through. I wasn't sure he was going to get the big ball through. This is impressive.
We have run out of time. We will see you tomorrow. First Take starts now.